Welcome back to Read and Roam. It's time to meet back up with Justin. Last time we explored the shark exhibit while he explored the space exhibit. I can't wait to hear what he learned about. He should have been here by now. Hey.
B! Oh, I'm so sorry I'm late. I had so many things I wanted to tell you that I took a bunch of notes, but then I realized that I needed a way to focus on the big stuff, so I summarized my notes instead.
That's a great strategy, Justin. Summarizing helps us focus on the big ideas instead of getting lost in too many details. Ooh, why don't I make that part of the lesson for today? Want to help me out with this one?
You know it.
Cool. Let's start from the top. What is summarizing? Well, it's the act of making a summary, which is a short recap of the main idea and supporting details of a text.
Exactly. It helps us remember what the text is mostly about without needing to retell every single fact.
Do you mind if we take a look at both the original text and your summary? That way my viewers can see your summarizing process.
Of course. I'll show you my original notes, and then I'll show you my summary.
Awesome.
Here's the original. There are many ways that current space exploration is helping us learn about the universe. Astronauts in the International Space Station are studying how space affects the human body. Some are even testing new technology in zero gravity. Scientists are also sending robotic rovers to Mars to learn if life could survive there. Scientists are still researching how to send humans to Mars one day. In deep space, telescopes and probes are helping scientists study faraway galaxies and understand how the universe was formed. Some probes have traveled billions of miles to collect data. And here's my summary. Right now, there are a lot of ways space exploration is teaching us about the universe. Astronauts in the International Space Station are learning how space changes the human body. Scientists are sending rovers to Mars to see if life could survive there. And in deep space, there are telescopes and robots that are helping scientists learn how the universe was made.
Nice. Now, before we keep teaching, let's pause here and see what we notice. Take a minute to look at both the original and Justin's summary and record anything you notice. What did you notice? There are some important things that Justin did for his summary that we can learn from. First, I noticed that your summary is a lot shorter than the original.
I know, right? I did that by leaving out the details that were mostly just interesting and not supportive of the main idea, like the fact that space probes have traveled billions of miles to collect data. That's such a cool fact, but it doesn't really hold up the main idea.
I'm glad you brought that up. Did you notice that Justin included the main idea from the original in his summary too? Good summaries include the main idea and supporting details.
There's also one more thing I did for my summary. Did you catch it? I paraphrased.
Yes, we learned about that in my last video. Summarizing includes a ton of skills we've already learned, finding the main idea and supporting details, and paraphrasing. When we look at summaries, those are actually the main things we look for to see if a summary is correct and accurate. Here's how we can tell if a summary is complete. A complete summary follows 4 main rules. 1, it includes the main idea. 2, it has the key details that support the main idea. 3, it's paraphrased into the summarizer's own words. And 4, it only includes ideas that were in the original text. We can use these rules like a checklist to evaluate a summary. We can see that Justin's summary is complete because it follows all of these rules. Here's the main idea and the supporting details, and it's all in Justin's words. He also didn't add anything new in. This looks great.
Thanks, B. My first one definitely did not follow those rules.
What do you mean, your first one?
That's why I was late. At first, I made a few mistakes, and I wanted to make my summary better. You want to see my first draft?
Yes. That would be a great way to have my viewers see an example of a summary that needs some more work. Let's take a look.
All right, go easy on me. Here it is. There are many ways space exploration helps us learn about the universe. Astronauts in the International Space Station study how space affects the human body. Scientists are working on ways to send people to Mars, which would be the most exciting thing ever. Telescopes help scientists study faraway galaxies.
That wasn't bad at all. Let's use our summary checklist and the original text to see what you changed to make your summary better. First, does it have the main idea? What do you think? It does. Next, does it have the important supporting details? It has some of them. Pause here to see if you can find the key supporting detail Justin missed. He missed that rovers are teaching us about life on Mars. Instead, he put in the tiny detail that scientists are still working to send people to Mars. But he got the other details about the astronauts in the International Space Station and the deep space telescopes. What about the third rule? Is it in Justin's own words? Yep, it is. And last, did he only include details from the original text?
Oh, I definitely made a mistake there. Can you spot where I added in my own thoughts? Right here, I said that sending people to Mars would be the most exciting thing ever.
And I definitely agree. That would be so exciting. But it wasn't part of the original text. Because this first version didn't meet all of the rules for a complete summary, it's a good thing you edited it to make it even better. Hey, thanks for letting us look at your first draft, Justin.
Anytime. It's important to remember that sometimes the first version of your work isn't the best, but if we think back to what we know, we can always make it better.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Let's summarize what we've learned today. A summary is a short recap that tells the most important information.
And a complete summary includes the main idea and supporting details. It's paraphrased, and it uses only the info from the original text.
Now you know how to tell if a summary is strong and complete or if it needs some fixes.
Whether we're reading a book, studying for a test, or even watching a show, knowing how to identify a strong summary makes it easier to understand and remember key ideas.
Next time, I'll teach you how to write your own summary so that we can tell Justin all about the shark exhibit. Until then, remember, where there are words, there's a world to explore. See ya.
Hey.